Hello friends and family, my name is Corin. Welcome to another episode of High Elo Heist. Today we're playing on Black Coast. But when you normally think of Black Coast and you see my channel name, and you might think, okay, then this cunt's gonna go to the field flank again. That's just wide open and it's 3 caps, and this guy's just gonna push all the way and then use helicopter spam and like ATGMs to piss the fuck out of his opponent. Nothing here to watch. Well, not really. Today, there are two special things about this episode. First, we actually are still trying to pull off a heist here against some really good players. And then second of all, we're actually not playing on the flank that I usually go. We're not instead of the field flank, which I've actually made a video about it before. It did take a lot of effort though, but today we're playing on the sea side, which is like that very narrow strait, as you can see on the map. It's right here. We're playing over here. As for our opponents, we're playing against the dude and his good friends. I'm not really sure like what their names are or anything. I haven't talked to them in person before, but my opponent is going to be Dank Bonk Ripper. Dank Bonk Von Cripper or Dank Bonk Ripper? I think it's Dank Bonk Ripper. He is playing Armored Airborne, which is actually a very standard, a very extremely like standard solid deck that highly recommend for like everyone to play in case like you're worried about like let's say like you don't know how to open, you don't know how to play the games, then yeah, this deck is definitely solid. As for me, I only found out that I was gonna be playing this flank until I got into the game, until after deck selection, or more like since like Blade and everyone else on the team they play so much together, so they usually like know where everyone's going. But me, I'm like the random substitute, like the guy just sitting on the bench, and then it's like, yo, Corey, wanna play? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Although most of the time I actually am busy myself, so as you can see, I only have like 300 games or so in this game, and even though I do have like almost 700 hours, only like 150 or like 160 from it is actually from playing the match itself. Like the rest is just simply sitting in deck builder, playing in scenarios, or maybe like like playing a bit of PvE every now and then. Honestly, now that I mention it, if you guys aren't interested, should we just make some fun videos about like playing the scenario with some friends and this and that? I don't know if you want to watch this, because mainly everyone here is just here to watch some good old High Elo Heist, but I think that wouldn't hurt, to be honest. Especially when this game like also offers a lot of like really satisfying like moments. For example, when your Maverick runs, just kill everything. Big bombas on like plane strikes and stuff. Matches like these, like the match I'm playing right now, they actually turned out to be quite brain draining, and you don't want to play too much at the same time, otherwise you get burnt out really quick. And like you also don't get those moments very often, because your opponent often knows that if he doesn't play smart, then he's probably gonna get rolled over pretty quickly. So yeah, I believe that is a small struggle that I am currently facing with creating content for this game, even though like I kind of got myself into this corner, like if I simply just made content that was fun instead of starting with High Elo Heist, then maybe I wouldn't have this problem at all. So anyways, but then let's get back to what you're actually here for, right? High Elo Heist. So and this time we have we changed a bit of stuff in our deck, and also a couple things of this video. Ever since I posted my last one, my friends were like, why are you why do you have like your deck talk at the start of the match? Why is it not at the end? And I thought about it before. Actually, it used to be at the end, but yeah, it actually used to be at the end. It just turned out to be way different. So I guess this video we'll see how everyone what everyone's feedback is about adding like the deck talk to the end, since this is another Stryker SF video, and I've probably like made like 3 Stryker SF videos out of the last 5 High Elo Heist episodes, so that's or maybe 4, I don't even know. Absolutely crazy. Anyways, The opening that we made is a pretty safe one, to say the least. We have a sniper that's eventually going to get himself into here to spot vehicles that drive down that road. And then another sniper around like one of these two roads. And also a bit of Shorad. Shorad here. I'm tabbed out here. I'm not sure what I was doing. Probably watching porn, not really. The command to deal with like early like air aggression, and also this to repel like maybe helicopter spam. Only for me to find out that I might have overinvested in this. Like as you can see, I have a lot of Shorad. Like Shorad, dude, I really don't want my opening to get harassed. And my only ground-to-ground unit is Dragoons with 2 Rangers in them. And a lot of the okay, now I'm finally getting my Booker, which is nice. But as you can see here, this is Mr. Dankbank Crippler's Cripper's opening. Two Thunderbolts. Holy. And then he also has a bunch of these LMTVs, which I believe you can shove like 12, 14 people in them. Okay, turns out you can, yeah, probably 14. And then what these guys offer is they have a bit of AT, they have a bit of like they have the GL, which is essentially very oppressive at dealing against infantry. So that's what's probably gonna happen. Also, side note is that I haven't really figured out. Okay, that is 2 engineer team. Yikes. But regardless, oh, that did a lot of damage. Oh, but he does have a bit of Shorad. I mean, Stinger team. That fires really quickly, and it just 2 taps me. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, we do kind of need a bit of actual armor here, and probably supplies, and probably no more like helicopter spamming at this point, because like that Stinger team is gonna wreck everything. And for us, we kind of just use these like the Dragoons and the Rangers to deal with his airborne and GSW. The difference between his airborne teams and my Rangers is that they do outrange me. 600. This is the NGWS. They have a better AT launcher that like they have the Maws, right? For Rangers, they're usually 400 to 500 range, which is pretty bad. And they also have Raws, which is basically an AT4, but it shoots a bit further. Right now, we're using the autocannon from the Dragoons. We know you can technically tank 3 shots. I ran out of smoke here, so I can't really fight anymore. But we do disable 1 tank. See a V over there, and cripple the other one. This engagement turned out to be not ideal because he is more stealth than... I'm not sure what happened here, but I wouldn't expect an Stryker ADGM to win against a CFV at like point blank range. As you can see here, it just evaporates. I don't even think I shot at him. But yeah, like as of now, it's not looking hot. It's not looking great because the only thing is, like I have on the field, is just 2 very crippled Strikers. I can't really do anything. I have Shorad, but considering I invested like 245 points and another like 150 on killer eggs when he just brought out a bunch of like CFVs and Thunderbolts, yeah, I got overwhelmed pretty quickly. Obviously, the 2 Ranger teams, yeah, I forgot to like conclude on that matter. But the Ranger teams, they like Rangers, standoff Rangers, they do much better than Airborne NGSW or whatever it is, like new generation weapon system. They do much better than them when it comes to... Oh god, gotta smoke now. Oh, okay, did not smoke soon enough. But like when they're in a 1v1 fight at like, let's say 400 meters, this is when the Airborne's like range advantage starts to fall short, which it doesn't really like the thing is this, okay, like their spear, their M8, I think that's what their gun is called, or M6, I don't remember, but the spear, essentially what happens to them is that because they have really low base damage, the closer you get for like other rifles, the more damage you deal, right? But for the airborne, the 600 meter airborne, they don't really get a lot of damage increase because they have really low base damage. So they're really good at like max range 600 meters or something, but not for other units. And that is a EX on my face, and I have 0 AA. And he almost killed my Booker, which is very nice. I'm glad he didn't. Because he had no vision. He probably had no vision on my flank. And as for me, I also have no vision on my flank. I also have no AA on my flank. And if you want to know anything, my deck relies on 2 Raptors to do the AA, and not the packs. Unfortunately for me, this is not a flank where my Raptor can actually do anything. Okay, so right now we're just going to finish off that CFB. Okay, get done with it. Probably should have refunded that lad, the HIMARS. Turns out I had 2 HIMARS in this deck, which is okay, you know, like 2 HIMARS, but on the other hand, I only have 1 pack, and that pack has 4 missiles. I'm not saying that having like a pack with more missiles actually helps, but the fact that not having one on the field does bother me and then like screw me over for a fair bit. So in the meantime, we're just trying to set up what we can here. We do have 2 snipers in position though, like at the very edge of the map. Or at least spotting everything that would be going down that road into J. Just noticed, funnily enough, like he hasn't really taken I yet. So yeah, right now, like the caps are pretty even. We have 5 caps. They have technically 5 caps, so they only controlled 4. My Booker's getting shot at by this like Thunderbolt, so I'm just gonna see if I can airstrike it with the Viper. Oh, it turns out Mr. Cripper's Mr. Ripper is pushing with his 2 engineers that he dropped down on this like these tree lines at the start of the match. So I got nothing. The attack was fruitless, but at least the plane survived, so I guess there's that. Right now we're currently trying to like reinforce our okay, so it turned out he moved, but that's fine. We just tried to like catch each other off guard, so yeah, then he has two Thunderbolts. He also has his own plane in the back, and now he's getting his own pack. I look at my deck, I'm like, okay, time to get out of HIMARS. Why did I get out of HIMARS? I don't know, but I guess it was just mainly I don't know, maybe I just felt like I'm playing against airborne armor, maybe I should get a HIMARS. That was probably my thought process. What do I bring now? Huh? Okay. 2 engineers to deal with his infantry? Okay. Although, now that I look back at this game, what I really needed was probably AT teams. Because he is playing Armored Airborne. Do I just go for it? Ah, out of range. Ah, makes sense. Okay. Wait till he gets into range and go for it. So right now we do have 2 Bookers on the field, and in our deck I've listened to some people, like people talk about balance. And then normally people have like in Stryker SF people bring 4 Bookers, but that's that's everything you can bring in your deck, to be honest, like for vehicles at least. And it's quite lacking in some scenarios, because like sometimes you just need a bit of versatility in your deck. Oh god, being jump scared by whatever that is. Okay, yeah, okay, fighting against 2 launches is not fun, but yeah, okay, goodbye Booker. Yeah, he did get caught off guard. And then his range of 600 meters can actually conveniently strike it to the edge of this forest, which is not that great. Just gonna go for the Thunderbolt in the meantime. Force him to smoke. Both is decent. In the meantime, I'm also trying out the new Flyer GMB that they buffed like 2 patches ago. Apparently this thing, for a cost of 55, you share the same gun of the Stryker SOF, which is this one that's shooting right now. Seem to be quite similar. And they can also transport 6-men squads. And okay, yeah, I'm being really like he has this. I really am being surrounded by units. Yeah, this game is not hot for me. And it feels like I do need to like give up on J for a little while, because there's so much infantry that he carried in and that I couldn't really support with my own, like, with either my infantry or maybe, let's say, my own units, because, well, to be honest, Thunderbolts, they're a really cheap unit, and also, like, at the start of the game, I didn't really have that much, like, anti-infantry stuff that I actually thought I should have been dealing with his, where's that guy going? Dealing with his, like, let's say, helicopters that a lot of people do, and then that this, well, just a lot of people do it. So anyways, we're just gonna let our Stryker RV come over here, poke out a little bit, maybe see if we can do any damage, but if not, then that's it, you know, we'll just leave the scout team in there just to spot stuff. And then, like, after a lot of fighting, like, they're still eventually gonna run out of, okay, yeah, not hot. Eventually run out of steam and have to go back to resupply, and that's hopefully when we can go in and just go after him. But for me, I'm currently just getting blasted by mobs here, and then my ranger RCs without the actual range to do anything. They're just getting farmed for free. At least for now, as you can see. Okay, this is not hot. The first phase is about to end. Funnily enough, like, okay, if Ripper did like Mr. Dang did eventually, like, take I in this phase, then they'd actually get a point. But he doesn't have it. He actually took J from me, which I really don't have control over at the moment, which is, you know, I was expecting myself to be a bit more useful, but you know, it is what it is. Actually, I have short this time, and gonna drop. Nope, turned out our RC were eating shit the whole time. So finally, we do have some engineers that are anti-infantry that can probably rock up and also deal a bit of damage to the Thunderbolts. So we're just gonna keep them there around that mall. For me, to be honest, I think this flank heavily favors his side, and that's for, like, two reasons. Well, two big reasons. The first reason is his air spawn is right there. As you can see, like, I can see it on the map right now. It's not that far, you know, like 20 seconds and the airstrike's payload's already on my face. As for me, well, why don't we look at the minimap? Like, our air spawn is all the way here. His air spawn is right here. Guess which one takes longer to strike? Well, it's not just that, it's the fact that my ANet can only be spread around this line, and this line is very vulnerable to artillery, airstrikes, or anything. Like, as long as he knows where the stuff is. Obviously, I could play smart, or like, Horn, just don't be bad. Just move, just shoot and scoot, right? Like, surely that's the way. I guess that is the way. But then on the other hand, sometimes, you know, it just doesn't happen all the time. Also here, I'm being outranged by the Thunderbolt, and which did, like, make me want to try a couple things in the second phase. We'll talk about that later. The second reason why I think this flank sucks for me is that there are two buildings right here. And they offer vision. Like, if you just put a sniper in them, you can spot a lot of things. Like, you can spot all the way. Let me just pause if I can. Okay. You can spot everything here. Everything down this road. Or maybe just, like, this entire road. And these tree lines are probably blocking line of sight, so you can probably spot here. But, like, over here, like, if you hide stuff in these tree lines and it's hard to do it, then it's hard to, like, see what's going on. But on the other hand, if you just MLRs these tree lines, then I'm also quite cooked. So what I ended up doing was, this game was putting supplies at the edge or something, or maybe just on this road. Because if you actually want vision, you do need to drive all the way here, let some units spot it. So what's in for me? Like, I'm absolutely getting, like, fucked if he plays this properly. How do I get back into the game? Well, great question. I'm gonna we're gonna talk about how we eventually got back into this game. Well, kind of, not really, because he was still using, like, Thunderbolts for most of his engagements, right? And here we do manage to catch his reversing Thunderbolt off guard. We do lose a bit of HP. This can take 3 shots. But yeah, the key to like helping me take J in this scenario was this. Let me pause. Maybe I'll just pause it again. Okay, this. Okay, not the best camera angle. Probably zoom in. Okay, like this. So as you can see on the right, or let's start from the left, shall we? This bush basically helps me spot a lot of things. I could technically put ATGMs around this line, which, spoiler alert, I did, but they didn't turn out to be that as useful as putting stuff in here. I'm actually wondering, like what else he put inside here besides Stinger teams. So like this bush is quite important, since if I take control here, then I don't have to worry about him trying to screw me over when I try to drive along down this road. And then if I take control of these buildings on the very right hand side, they're basically like obstacles or like cover for my infantry supporting like infantry that needs that can kind of like use their range, like let's say the Raws, to shoot at these buildings, or maybe like these buildings. Having an AGL team inside this building, or like some buildings over here to just crossfire into J, also helps a whole bunch. So yeah, because of the abundance of buildings here, infantry fighting is like a really important thing, even though like vehicles are still kind of important to just ferry them around and deal some extra damage. So also, yeah, at the very edge here, this part of the edge, these parts, I don't really have, like, this part is actually quite open, but my helicopters obviously get shot down pretty quick. Like, this is probably like less than 2 kilometers, so if my helis get spotted, I get screwed. But for him, you can have helis all the way over here just spotting my stuff. And that's something I actually overlooked, because my Stryker SOF was actually just chilling most of the time and offering fire support, not actually scanning for helicopters, but I guess that's fine. So for us right now, we're just trying to establish presence. Like, now we have presence on the left, right? Where we're kind of like circling the cap, encircling it. So when we push in, we have a lot of like angles we can go in. It turned out our HIMARS didn't actually get this B-Fist off guard, so we're just gonna send the Comanche to deal with it. There's also probably a CFV somewhere in here. Yes, it is a CFV. We're just gonna kill that B-Fist really quick, take back J, which is fabulous. And also we need more supplies.
Someone asked for a ride? Solid copy.
And a bit awkward, you know, like kind of an awkward thing for us here. Oh, okay, turned out he did. We did see a flash of his tank. Was that their Raptors can fly really far into my into our flank. Well, obviously it wouldn't have been that bad if I just had my pack like somewhere out in the open, but then you also be able to spot it with whatever he had. In the meantime, I brought in the only MGS I had in my deck. My HIMARS also got blasted by an F-35 that probably got spotted by, I don't know, whatever. Maybe a Sentinel, because like my MSE didn't really have a lot of vision. Yeah, back to the like, well, losing it is unfortunate, but on the other hand, like, I can't do much about it, can I? So the MGS, it's an interesting thing because some people think it's absolutely busted. Not really, but it is niche in a couple scenarios. One of the niches being it is actually okay at dealing with against these with these Thunderbolts, because they only have 100 heat armor with APS, and turns out they do have APS, and it only takes 2 shots for you to kill them. Same logic for the, what's it called again? For the Boomerang, K-17s or K-16s, they're the same. The B-10, 11, and 15s, they're the Kurganets from Russian Guards Tank Brigade. So, yeah, obviously they're not, they are a good counter to it, but you also need like 2 shots, and having 1 might not be really great. So, it's kind of awkward, you know. I only have like, I need to bring 3 Bookers in my deck, and then 2 units of something else. But if I bring like like let's say an ATGM and a MGS, then I mean I can bring both, but I cannot bring two ATGMs, or I can bring two MGS. So it's like deck building in Stryker SF is very I can even say painful, honestly, because you're always lacking in your vehicle tab. So that is a bit unfortunate, but that's something I also have to live with. So in the meantime, we're just getting everything set up, right? We have we're just trying to take control like of the right hand side of the map, so he doesn't like just randomly stroll through with his thunderbolts, and then you can just shoot at my bookers when I'm out of range. I need cover to make this work. So right now we're just okay. We're getting another HIMARS. we're gonna just probably shoot this back instead of doing an airstrike, because unlike HIMARS, I might actually lose the plane. So yeah, right now we're just getting more. Ooh, hello.
MLRS ready. Send fire mission. Comanche at your command. Combat engineers ready.
Yeah, so right now we're just
Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
kind of chilling.
Stryker here. We're combat
We actually have both caps on both sides of the map. This one here and that one over there on the other side.
heavy weapons.
So right now our plan is to probably try our best to defend J.
Fast landing assistance.
Yes, that is the plan.
Stryker ready for action.
How do we do it? Right now I'm looking at this road and I thought to myself,
Rocket artillery
okay,
ready, sir.
can I just let my ATGM sit at the end of this road
Mark, direct fire.
and just shoot ATGMs? Well, the guy's literally out in the open and it's probably going to get bombed and I can't do anything about it, so let's not do that. let's try not to do that.
Standing by. Copy. Relocating.
But you know, it's not that bad. We still have a tree line at the very edge. Maybe you just, you know, have some spotting in
Next waypoint
or whatever. This oh, hello 7v2.
moving to next waypoint.
It takes 3 shots to kill Stryker with these bad boys, so that's one. And then we're gonna let another Totu B go for him. He does smoke up, so I guess
Pedal to the metal.
we did force a smoke or somewhat.
Lead the way. Below the hard deck. Fighting vehicle.
And now that I think about it, it actually is better to put Rangers in here. Turns out our toe actually did hit that like tank thanks to desync. Yeah, turns out having Rangers is a bit better because I don't really have the range to shoot anything further over here with the Ranger RC that are also CQC. So right now there's a bit of a fight going on. Also going on with a bit more. Okay, take a shot to the face, but also force him to burn a smoke. Gonna send the Comanche over. It is a bit niche. I might lose another like Comanche just for no reason.
Flying to coordinates.
Armored transport.
But yeah, we're trying to like push here, even though I kind of did take it a bit too like, I'm not really taking it slowly. Ran out of APS on this bad boy. My rockets are shooting, which is actually gets it spotted. Not ideal. There goes one of our dragoons, or at least his APS charges and his smoke. It's gonna drop off all the combat engineers and probably try our best to resupply our units close to the front. Unfortunately for us, our Comanche is about to die again because you cannot spot the Kiowa until it actually starts shooting with the Comanche itself, which is a bit unfortunate. Our short is all the way in the back, so there's no way that it can actually do anything to help its situation. So whatever, like that is a lot of Bradleys in the back and 2 tanks. So at least for now, we kind of just gotta pull back at some point. But also our AGL teams are just mowing down that this squad and some other things. I'm also trying to use the Viper to save my day, but I don't think this is working out for me, so it's time to bail out. Get another Comanche. Okay, not bad.
Solid copy. Advance and report.
Yeah, at least we are able to run all the way back to the supply point. I'm pretty sure he's spotting me. I'm pretty sure he spotted. I'm actually wondering why like I haven't been bombed yet, but you know, yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, well, well, it is coming now, finally. Well, there comes his... He brought out a Lancer. Holy. It turns out that was a Lancer, not a, what's it called? Sex Eagle. So, well, unfortunately for me, I moved my AGL teams out of the building, but still got clipped. But we do have another one. And, okay, Hail Mary, please get a, please get an F-35. I need help. I also ran out of, like, what's this called again? Ran out of, like missiles on my TOW2, like my ATGM, trying to go after the helicopter, only for it to get absolutely butt-fucked by all these, Bradleys. Here comes a second run of the cruise missiles. And then this is also our attempt at going for his Bradleys, just for me to lose the F-35. Very unfortunate. So on this flank, yes, airstrikes do work, but you only get one chance, and then the plane is probably gonna die too. So it's just not really worth it in most scenarios. But in the meantime, because we did get a bit of a breather to resupply our units, like this is still a force to be reckoned with. It's not much, but it's something, you know. Our pack also lived on 1 HP. Probably a good reason why you should bring, you should bring, let's say, supplies every now and then. So for us right now, we're just gonna... I know I'm tabbed out here, but let's see what I do. The random cluster. Oh, okay. Yeah, it turns out he did have a 73 in it, but I didn't really have the laser to go for it. He also smoked up in time. But I suppose having the laser would have helped a lot. But at least we managed to, like, stop him from pushing into the cap. I was gonna buy a bit of recon with a bit of vision with this very low HP Ranger RSE.
Comanche here. Copy that. Looking for targets. Flight plan confirmed. Rock up, we're moving. Coordinates received. Flying to coordinates.
Yeah, he probably also spotted that thing. But we also do spot his own, like, what's it called again? Supplies. As for me, maybe it's time to smoke up the MGS. The gun, honestly, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Unfortunately, I don't have the range for it. Imagine if I had like airborne in here, then I would have cooked them. Would have cooked that shit right, but that's unfortunate.
Mission's over. We RTB.
You can use the Comanche. Go for that
New flight plan received.
that tank that's trying to drive out in the open. It's actually pretty nice to have, like, I know, like, I lost the last two Comanches because I did dumb shit by putting the Comanche all the way here. But let's say if I had them here, like, it was much safer down there. It's much safer down there, and if he tries to cross this big clearing I have, he's gonna have to smoke up eventually. Anyways, this is the end of this phase. Like, we're gonna have to, like, have a small conclusion of whatever is we're gonna conclude this phase in about a minute's time, and with our new reinforcements. Thank God he didn't spot these two together, otherwise he would have Jace outed, and I would have been very sad. So, okay, taking shots from a random tank.
MLRS ready. Send fire mission. Providing direct fire.
Can MLRS that again?
Armored cab ready to roll. Pedal to the metal.
Okay, that was another shot.
Stryker under fire. Requesting orders. Flight path updated.
Ow.
Weapons team standing by. Solid copy. Holding position.
Right now we're just gonna kind of see if we can hold J for another 30 seconds. Because 30 seconds, or more like, now that I look back at it, they actually took our home cap, so we can't really get a tick from taking caps either, but at least we don't let them take it. Which honestly, for now, it's kind of okay to just run away already. It's okay to run away already because like they need like 30 seconds to take it. But unfortunately for them, it doesn't seem to be working out very well. Although for me, I was still under the false impression that, okay, I should defend this cap and hold it until the phase ends. It was not the case, really. Gonna smoke myself up here, even though I didn't really need to do it. And then this Set V2 just drove into my ass, so right now he did shoot me, but I am shooting him from the side as well. Already half HP'd him, but he does turn his bow against me, and I think I made a mistake there, but that's okay. I also MLR'd myself, but we do kill the Set V3 in the end, or 2, whatever it was. Also gonna have to resupply on him. This Booker might not survive, considering if he gets shot in the ass just like that, it can't really tank any more shots. But I think this thing, or whatever, for whatever reason, like, he didn't shoot me. So, you know, I'm pretty glad that didn't happen. We're just gonna keep running the Booker away. So I guess it was kind of worth it, killing a tank, trading a Booker for a tank. I'm pretty sure he also spotted my supplies here, so it's not ideal. But still, the MGS gonna dish out a bit of damage here. Gonna spot his shore out in the back as well, but we're gonna be able to run away here. As for right now, yeah, like our resupply point here is pretty obvious. Here comes. For some reason, my pack missed that. You dumb fuck. So yeah, so well, unfortunately, our pack died because it had radar on it. Probably should have turned it off. And then our supply point gets bombed, but like, you know, it was bound to happen. I obviously could have had my own strike plane, but I didn't have the A-net to do it because I only had one pack. Right now we're just trying to save as much units as possible as we try to get out of there. This is someone's Raptor trying to help deal with that Eagle. I'm pretty sure he's just loitering around just to dab on me and, like, you know, tell me that, hey, well, I guess you don't have A, do you? Well, I don't. And that I do not. Yeah. If I just kept my Raptor just flying around here, it would actually get bombed pretty easily. There comes another F-35. And then what happens next? Okay, we both hit each other. And then he goes dark. So, yeah, it's not. Well, sometimes it happens, you know. Sometimes it happens. Like your opponent's stray AMRAM just slaps you in the face, especially with F-35s, because something that I've found a lot of trouble with, or at least I struggled with against, like, in mirrors, is this one thing, is that F-35s, they get spotted only when they're in AMRAM range, so they'll always be guaranteed to fire a shot at you, and at that range, like, sometimes when you're flying at each other, you actually don't get that much time to pop flares and it just hits you. So yeah, I've also been playing a bit of what's that called again? A bit of Russia, and I have come to realize that ECM is really important on Russia because you're always not the one, you're usually never the one shooting first. But anyways, whatever was happening to my Raptor, I guess I got spotted. Okay, at least it survived. Well, that's another, well, these two Raptors getting nothing done only for them to get damaged and almost shot down was kind of what turned me off. Sorry, that was probably not the right way to describe it, but it was probably, like, made me come up with the decision to not bring them anymore into the game, and instead just focus on defending the ground, if I could. In the meantime, this time we finally do have our own ATGMs just sitting here, chilling. But to be honest, the only thing they can shoot at is probably this small gap and this small gap. And there's still buildings on this road, so it doesn't help much. But you know, I thought to myself I needed to have some kind of ATGM to like, you know, get him out of here. So in the meantime, our Comanche, not Comanche, our supply point did get blown up. But to look at the bright side of things, all of our units are resupplied already, so I guess blowing them up isn't really much of a big deal. So a couple things about the about Armored Airborne is that they don't really have the best UC teams. They at most have, like, as you can see, their combat engineers. They still get tanks. They still get the tankiest units that the like tankiest helicopters that US can offer. They have a lot of they have the Thunder. They have the M8. They have a lot of good units, especially airborne. But sometimes it is okay. Maybe let's dive back into that building. No, okay. Yeah, CQC infantry is not a specialty that Armored Airborne has, even though they do have a bit of like combat engineers. Right now we're just kind of forcing him out of the fight here, making sure that I'm really surprised he's actually using those to resupply himself. But at this moment I decided then, okay, maybe it's time to just send in the Comanche and see what happens, you know? Maybe I'll get something by accident. And then get another Comanche, because I do have the points to do it. I don't really have the points myself to do airstrikes. Actually, I probably could, but I'm afraid of losing my own, like, let's say, planes. It would not be worth it. But that's okay, we lose the Comanche to one Stinger team. That's our third Comanche loss this game. It is what it is. Okay, not sure if I hit that vehicle. It would be pretty cool. Gonna get another HIMARS. Oh, it turns out we did hit this vehicle. Okay, Javelin's doing work here. I'm really surprised. He could have just put his weapon teams in these two buildings and it would have been fine. I mean, he had like artillery behind it, but still. Big Booker here is actually quite cancerous. Just chipping away at his infantry that he's trying to bring in. Yeah, I guess that is quite annoying. Yeah, also another thing why I don't, why I personally like troopers instead of like weapon squads. They don't have smoke, man. If they had smoke, they would have been able to run away just like the troopers. But turns out they don't, and they kind of just died right there. So in the meantime, there's only 7 minutes left on the clock. My team that I was in voice chat with, we were talking more like, you know, chatting for a good half of the match, and then they come to realize that, okay, if we want to win this game, how should we do it? Do we try to take their home cap, or like their cap over there in the middle on the other flank, and try to get another take, or is it an unrealistic goal, and then we just try to defend J as much as possible, so we go even and then we win on 2-0? Okay. The decision we made was to defend J, and they asked me, Corn, what do you need? And I'm like, I'm playing Stryker SOF, man. I ain't got no tank. Give me some tanks. Okay, so they brought tanks. Thank you to whoever answered the call. But yeah, we do have tanks now. Very nice. We also have a bit more help. And yeah, this is what the match turned out to be. A full out 3v3 on J, or 2v3. I don't really remember. Okay, so even though it is a bit weird to let's say to have like your tank guy reinforcing a striker guy, like in light armored, you know, a cavalry guy, but I guess that's fine. Also, turns out Dank had 0 AA. I should have noticed that at the start of the match, but I mean, like, you know. But I definitely think I missed out on some chances to just bomb his tanks straight up. And in the meantime, yes, this is what happens. That even if he doesn't have AA, like there was a Hornet just hovering in the air, and that also killed like the plane and also the Sentinel. My pack was still sitting here. We do get the plane back in return, but still, like, it would have helped if I had more tanks. Yes, it would have helped. So this is when you see everything. I'm kind of wondering if they did spot all my teammates' units, but well, at this point they probably did. Okay, they probably didn't spot the tanks, but at this point, they probably did already. And this is what happens to an MSC with radar on. So it has to shoot the seed, and then it shoots the plane. But then like it buys the F-35 enough time to just bomb your thing. And yeah, not having an extra AA piece or an extra plane in the air kind of fucked me this game.
Combat engineers at your command.
Which I'm quite glad that you know, if I can't set up A on this flank, just simply bring a lot of units so they can't bomb them all. Well, maybe that was the solution to this small problem here. But with 4 minutes left, we're gonna have to see what we can do here and just to hold J. Maybe they bring out a nuke and they just cook everything. That would actually be quite scary, honestly, because you know, no AA and shit.
The cavalry has arrived. Rock up, we're moving. Looks like we got us a
Yeah, the rest of the match here is just resupply. Even though 4 minutes don't really need resupplies, probably.
Logi here, send traffic.
But like some bar fight's gonna break out eventually, right? Like this. Oh god. Okay. RCs and pararescues is running at one building. Holy shit! Look at the amount of look at the airport just melt. That building. 14 men. Ew. Okay, not hot, but still. Now they get worn out pretty quickly. You know, as you can see, they are like 1 HP. Just trying to get into that building. We also have a bit of okay, average Booker fight. Just shooting at each other's faces. Ah, okay, thank you, AGL team. Well, I guess they tanked the shot for like everything else. Okay, considering what other units they could have so breached, the AGL team was worth it. So right now, we kind of are in a Booker fight. We're gonna put the. I probably shouldn't have sent this Dragoon down this road. He could have just went there and would have been fine, but he's getting killed now. We do manage to take down a Booker that overextended a little bit. And then we still have a couple more units. We also did manage to cripple or like disable his Booker's engine in the meantime. Yeah, it turns out we might have lost a bit too many units here, but because there are simply too many people here, you know, three guys against 2. Yeah, they kind of have to, like, they eventually ended up going for other caps instead of my cap. Yeah, the push against them was pretty nice. Even though we cannot really take I in the end, but we did at least repel the attack. And right now, I'm not really sure what like we're doing right now. Like they're like, okay, do we let the tanks come in, or do we not attack at all? I don't know. I don't know. None of us know what's gonna happen here. If the match played for like another phase, then maybe we would have went for I and then get bombed to shit. So I probably would have told my teammates, guys, maybe we don't push. But yeah, in the meantime, they are trying to take trying to take D. My teammates are like, guys, help! And yeah, as you can see here, I called in my F-35 that I probably barely used this game. I've only used it once or twice. But it's probably not the first time it's used on this battlefield, but at least it was enough to take out this FEP trophy. Side note, you actually don't need a 2000 bomb to kill US tanks, but I guess that's fine. So yeah, we did kind of help with the flank over there in the middle. And okay, last minute on the clock. What do? Pray to God they don't take this. And then maybe we'll win. Yeah, that was the idea, I suppose. Right now we are even kill points, kind of even. So, okay, I accidentally MLR'd myself. Let's try not to do that. Yeah, it turns out like right now, yeah, nothing's really happening here. I was looking at the KD and I was like, okay, what if I can bomb something? That would be pretty cool. Turns out, We just need to hold for another 16 seconds. Okay, we took back the cap that was getting pushed over there in the middle earlier, but our home cap on the other flank actually fell. So with 6 seconds on the clock, my Viper almost died there. And yeah, we would have lost if I lost that Viper by accident. But hey, we did okay, you know. Like we held the line. Okay, we held the line, even though I got a lot of help. Yeah, I guess comms helped a bunch, especially when I was at a really big disadvantage. My deck was not built for this flank, to say the least. So yeah, I thank my team a lot for helping me out here, and that is to say this High Elo Heist is indeed a success. So guys, thank you for watching. I think I'll talk about the deck really quick, and then we'll be on our way. Okay, finally, to end this video, deck talk. A little bit of a deck talk. So I changed a couple things in my support tab and also air tab. The first significant or like bigger changes, changing my F-35 Ace bombs to 4 Stormbreakers instead of a 2,000-pound JDAM. The reason for this is because first it makes it cheaper, but second of all, the fact that the Stormbreakers, 4 Stormbreakers are enough to kill a tank, and also like you can multi-target a bunch of like units on the field. So I mean, like this build is definitely better. You can also you can still bring this, obviously, but for me, I just wanted to try this out, so I'm still practicing with it. So this build is definitely like doable in this deck. I'm just trying it out. The Raptor is the same build. I've really tried running different builds, but especially against US, like against Russia, you might even be able to get away with 440 point Raptors because none of the planes they have are stealth planes, and you can just constantly be slinging JATMs at them, and they can't do anything about it. And your Raptor is still going to be unspotted, by the way. So, but against US, because they have stealth planes, like some F-35 is eventually gonna bump into you by accident, and he's gonna throw an AMRAAM at you, just like how you're gonna throw a JATM and an AMRAAM at him. But since the plane is a bit more vulnerable to getting shot down by stealth planes or like some random radar, then yeah, I guess I shouldn't invest that many points. Also, the 440 point Raptor is also extremely expensive. I could also take like this 360 point, just 6 AMRAAMs. It is also a good build, but because it takes a bit extra time, I have to like fly straight into his AMRAAM for like maybe like an extra second only for me to fire my second AMRAAM. I think that extra second is a bit important, so I'd rather just spend another 15 points and shoot 2 missiles and then bail out. Also drop the Vipers for the Nighthawk, just to destroy some buildings or like just piss someone off with cruise missiles. Not really sure if I should bring this build, but still testing. And last of all, the CJ, just you know, a bit of seed if I ever need it. For the support tab, a lot of changes. First, yes, 2 packs MSEs, and then the HIMARS is obviously not the, like, I used to have 2, right? I used to have 2 clusters, but then I also come to realize that sometimes I just really need like 1 or 2 buildings dead, like the tall skyscrapers, you know. So for a deck that really doesn't have a lot of support points, maybe like this is good enough to just help my teammates destroy buildings that are on the field that they don't like. Like fuck that direction in particular. But if I don't run this, maybe I'll just drop the CRAM and run 2 SHORADs instead of 1. The reason why the SHORAD is not Hellfires is because US helicopters are generally more agile, more like killer eggs. You take 2 stingers to kill. It would be better to run stingers than Hellfires because I would be able to kill the killer eggs sooner. So that's why I have stingers. And Hellfires are good, but I think they're like they can also deal with armor, you know, like people say this. I think that's true, but at the end of the day, it might be better to not engage armor at all because this thing has no smoke, and dealing with infantry with this gun is already good enough. And then the CRAM, I only bring it because I guess this is AA, and it also helps me. It's a bit less expensive than the SHORAD. Last of all, we have a smoke, but maybe I don't need it. I don't use smoke that often anyways. And yeah, that's the main changes. Oh wait, okay, this. Alright, some people and I were having discussions about like okay, how do we nerf the Booker, because the Booker's clearly really strong. And they said, okay, how about we increase the price to like the 105mm gun? And voila, you cannot bring 4 Bookers anymore. Oh, you still can bring 4 Bookers. What are they saying? There's no difference, man. Well, what the hell? Okay, but anyways, like 2 Bookers, 3 Bookers, maybe 4 if you want. But still, I do think that the ATGMs are really good. MGSs as well. But they are a bit niche because they cannot beat Bradleys on their own. You need the Booker eventually. So this is okay. And then I still have like a bunch of points I haven't spent in over here, but the rest is up to you. So, guys, thank you for watching today's episode of High Elo Heist. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know whatever you want to watch in the next episode, or some other stuff, because I am considering, or more like this game is less popular than it was, like, let's say 2 months ago, and as a result, as you can see right now on the screen, there are less than 2,000 people online, and it's also kind of hard to get matches in like you know, this game is a 5v5. Like the competitive scene is a 5v5. It's not 1v1, so it's gonna be even more difficult to find like 10 guys that are really dedicated to this game. So yeah, like maybe I'll make some other like content that's not just about Broken Arrow, or maybe like still Broken Arrow, but just other stuff that isn't just PvP. So that's a small PSA, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So have a good day out there, and bye bye.